see the various options for the boys to buy for their mother. But yeah, how do you do the Christmas shopping? Are you an online guy?
Terry and I have been going out because it's this CFP's kind of thrown a wrinkle into everything, and because this is going to be a project, this college football playoff, and so it's kind of it's affecting the schedule and all that, and so she and I have gone out and we go to the stores. I like to look at things. I like to touch things and that type stuff. And the world we live in, everything. Now, we ordered some things that come in the boxes on the front porch and all that, but basically, I like going to the store. I mean, I miss going to Sears and going to the hardware department and just hanging out there and looking at the tools.
That's right.
It's not there anymore.
It's gone. Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you what how about the little grandbabies? Where are we at? You got 3 of them now?
Yes, we have Giovanni, who is 6, Luciano, who's going to be 2, and then we have little Noah, who's 2 months old. So
the first 2, Noah's not going to know what's going on. He's 2 months old.
No, Gio wants everything. He's into Sonic. Everything is Sonic. Sonic this, Sonic that, and he wants to go to the new Sonic movie.
Now, do you do like Christmas morning with them?
We'll go over and watch them open their gifts.
That's awesome.
But our big deal's Christmas Eve.
Right.
And Christmas, my whole family, it's always been Christmas Eve. And so what we do, the tradition we started since I started hosting, is I invite anyone that wants to come over, and they come the day before Christmas Eve, and that's when we prepare we make homemade pasta.
Yep.
We make homemade lasagna, roll the noodles. So we do assembly line, and we make all that, the meatballs, the sausage. We're going to do Italian chicken and all that stuff. And we just kind of have like a party the day before Christmas Eve, and then we set up the spread, put it out buffet style, and we eat it up. And then we are going back. We're going to do a gift exchange, but everyone buys a gift, and then you wrap it up, and then you grab it, and then you can take it from that.
I'm going to be honest with you. I'm over that.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I got to do a bunch of those. I had to do one Saturday. Got to do one again next week.
You don't like it?
No, because what ends up, I don't even know what I've ever got. I've been doing those for 10 years. I can't tell you one thing that I've ever gotten.
Well, we always did gift cards, and then
now there's value.
Now we're doing good. And let me tell you something. I bought good gifts.
Well, you've always been a very generous and good gifter.
Yes, but I mean, who wants to go and you get a piece of garbage? You don't want that.
Well, you know what I ended up with in the one I did Saturday?
What'd you get?
It's some sort of home. It's in a box. It's like s'mores that you make like on a counter.
No one wants to eat that.
What am I going to do with this? What am I supposed to do with this? I had Bootsy go pick it. That's what he came back.
Whose party was this?
My wife's family's.
Well, wait a minute.
I don't remember what the number was.
I don't want to say nothing, but I mean, I'm buying. We're getting good stuff. I told him in the text. I'll show you. I said, and don't bring crap. Bring a decent gift. Anywhere from $30 to $40.
Yeah.
And so, I'll give you a little hint. I bought like a little Frigidaire mini refrigerator.
Oh, see?
That you can put 9 drinks in. Someone's going to want that.
Someone's going to like that. That's a nice gift.
And that's what I said. I gave that as an example. I said, don't buy crap. Don't bring something that nobody wants.
Yeah.
And then, see, the way ours works is, let's say, me, you, and Reeser and Cole were doing it together.
Yeah.
And so we don't know what everyone brings their gift, and you put it in the thing. And so then you grab your gift, you open it up, and you look at it.
Yeah.
And then Cole opens his, and Reeser opens his, and you open. But when
you hand out numbers, right? So you go first.
So you go first. Yeah. So then when I get mine, and let's say I'm the last one, and I go, well, I really like what Cole got.
Sure.
Cole, here, let me have that gift. You can have that. I'm trading you. And then Cole can steal from someone. And, that's the way.
But everybody knows how that works. But you have to do a draft. You have to do 1 through 4.
Yeah, we do that. And then if it turns into a hockey fight, even better.
Then everybody wins.
Yeah.
Everybody wins.
Yeah.
Do you think Do you think it's hitting with fans the idea that Ohio State could still play 4 more games, including one on Saturday night, December 22nd? I mean, you've been around this town your whole life, and you've covered this program for 40-plus years.
Yeah.
Like, have you wrapped your head around the fact that there's going to play a football game on Saturday night on December 22nd?
It's actually 21st, actually.
21st,
and secondly, yes, I have, because it's changed everything, and I hope that the fans realize, first of all, and I said this before, and, I caught some business from people because I said, I grew up here. Yeah. I understand the rivalry with that team up north. Mm-hmm. No one wants to beat them more than a guy that grew up here, but it's changed. The model's changed. There's going to be a learning curve. And, the 10-year war's over. It's never coming back. I loved those days with Bo and Woody, but they're never coming back. And I don't want to de-emphasize the game, but it kind of it is from the standpoint that you could play these guys 3 times in a row. I mean, it's the whole thing. Yeah. And I understand that part. What I'm having a hard time wrapping my head around is that there's not more. I don't detect the excitement that this team is in the college football playoff and they're 4 wins away from winning the national title. And yes, that was a bad loss to Michigan. They should never have lost that game. Mm-hmm. But this team also went into Oregon and lost by 1 point in a game they probably should have won there too, except for a couple mistakes. And I don't know. I know that the great equalizer's injuries, and I know that they've been banged up on the offensive line, that you take the Remington winner out of the lineup, that's going to hurt you. Yeah. But the bottom line is this team, Vegas sees them as the 4th best chance to win the national title. And I just hope that, I just worry that the fans are going to go in there Saturday and not support them the way that they should, because this there's 12 teams in the playoff and Ohio State's one of them. Yeah, and you should celebrate that. I think, but I mean, I'm worried they're going to go in, and if they make a mistake or if there's a turnover or whatever, you were there. You've heard the boo birds, and
it's nervy.
It gets a little nervy, and I do know that the team feeds off the fans, and the negativity I don't think helps. Do you?
No, I don't. But I have the same concerns you do. So I think a quick start would be really beneficial for everybody. So hopefully we get that on Saturday night. It's going to be history. That much we know for certain. Yeah. All right. So next week. 10:30.
I'll be here even earlier. Well, next week is Christmas Eve, isn't it?
Yeah, I don't think.
Oh no, we won't be.
Many of us will be here for that.
That's right. Nobody will be. I mean, in 2 weeks.
Oh yeah,
2 weeks.
Yeah, let me come in here and I'll sit and thanks.
Now that I would love to see. Just you sitting in the empty studio.
What is next Tuesday?
Where's Bo? Hello?
Is next Tuesday?
Is anybody here? Bo, are you here?
What's the date next Tuesday?
The 24th.
The 24th. Yeah.
Yeah, Christmas Eve. Dom came in. Dom was supposed to be home, but he came in because he got shamed at a city, and then. I'm dealing with morons. And by the way, I'm not a big fan of the way this Yellowstone ended. I just want you to know that. And I heard you talking about it. What the heck?
Makes no sense.
It just is. I mean, Cosner and that guy needed to work it out. That's a shame to let that thing end that way.
I agree. Makes no sense in any way, really.
None.
Really doesn't. All right, buddy. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas to you and everyone else. And Reeser, that mustache, I'm telling you, look at
nice.
that guy.
'Tis the season.
Reese, in the break, go have him show you a picture of him in a mustache from the 80s. It's unbelievable. It really is.
I look like Tommy Magnum.
That's one way to put it. Thing or not a thing up next. Bishop and Friends right here on The Fan.
USPS Ground Advantage, the affordable and reliable shipping solution for the holidays. Learn more at USPS.com/advantage.
The Ohio State Coaches Daily Show is brought to you locally on The Fan by Credit Union of Ohio.
It's the Daily Show with Coach Jake Diebler, brought to you by Encova Insurance. Your alma mater is here to play against the Buckeyes tonight. Valparaiso, I'm sure it brings back some great memories for you, Jake.
Yeah, I really loved my time at Valpo. It was played a huge role in, helping mold me into the person I am today. So we'll be forever grateful for that. And it's a unique feeling, certainly going up against your former team.
We'll have another comment in just a moment.
Hi, I'm Archie Griffin, two-time Heisman Trophy winner. The right coverage can be a game changer, both on and off the field. That's why Encova Insurance and their local independent agents are prepared for what's next and protect what matters most to you. Whether that's your home, car, business, or family, Encova's got your back with a policy that fits you perfectly. With local independent agents in your neighborhood and innovative insurance products that can be tailored to fit your unique needs, Encova's playbook is an easy win for your peace of mind. You can trust their team of agents to develop a strategy that's just right for you. And it's not just X's and O's. Your expert agent will guide you and provide insurance solutions so you can confidently manage your risk and count on a financially secure future. For auto, home, and business insurance, you want Encova on your team. Visit Encova.com today to find an agent near you. Encova is a proud sponsor of Ohio State Athletics. Go Bucks!
Now, the officials have been talking for quite some time.
All righty, let's see what they have to say.
Upon further review, there is no penalty on the play. However, we have conferred and discovered that Bob, the line judge, has saved a boatload for his kids' college using Ohio's 529 plan. It is tax-free, accepted nationwide. Bob recommends we all go to collegeadvantage.com. First down.
Well, that's not entirely unexpected.
Classic Bob.
At Ohio State, we are the never afraid to innovate teams and the improve people's lives teams. Together, we are the Ohio State University. This is the Ohio State Sports Network, presented by the Ohio State Wexner Medical Center, the team physicians for Ohio State athletics.
Jake and Valparaiso being here to play Ohio State tonight. If you would talk about the influence that Dr. Homer Drew had on you, as well as Bryce Drew at Vanderbilt.
Yeah, the whole Drew family really has been influential in my life. Bryce was my position coach when I played at Valpo. So, at a time where I was moldable as a young man, those two played a significant role in my life, and I'll be forever grateful for that.
And do you remember much outside of when we asked you about it? Your one game playing here at Ohio State?
I remember the return of Greg Oden, and when he stepped onto the court, the game changed significantly.
All right, this is the Ohio State Sports Network from Learfield.
Hey, basketball fans, Credit Union of Ohio wants to help you score more by making life more affordable. It's time to play with a team that helps you win every day. Credit Union of Ohio's loan rates have dropped to provide affordable financing for the things you want and need. It's time to reevaluate your current loans and consider refinancing with a team that cares about you. Check out current specials and get started scoring more money at cuofohio.org. That's cuofohio.org. NCUA insured, equal housing lender.
Everybody knows that Roosters is a fun, casual joint. With their award-winning waitstaff, great food, fun, and laughter. It's a quick stop on the way home to sit back and unwind or grab a carryout. Roosters is where you, your family, and friends can order pizza, sandwiches, salads, and more. And the home of award-winning wings that are fresh, never frozen. It's your family's other dinner table. Roosters, a fun, casual joint.
Get Eco.
ECO. Hey, Aaron, I invented 3 new ways for people to use our genius electricians.
I'm all ears.
Get Eco.
ECO. Our electricians can put a power outlet anywhere you want one. Behind a painting or inside a closet.
Above a nightstand or beneath your desk.
Out in your yard or anywhere else you can imagine.
Get Eco.
ECO.
You are the artist and your house is your canvas.
And our genius electricians are your paintbrush.
Now paint your walls with rich, romantic, reactive light.
Your paintings will pop, your gardens will glow.
Paint your home with artistic light and shimmering shadows, and everyone will love being at your house.
Rich, romantic, reactive light.
Get Eco.
ECO. Our genius electricians can turn your house into a high-tech wonderland where you can live a stress-free life.
None of these things were there when you bought your house.
But our genius electricians can put them there. We do it right at the speed of light.
Get Eco.
ECO.
Eco plumbers, electricians, and HVAC technicians.
GetEco.com.
Bishop and Friends is sponsored by Awaken 180 Weight Loss. Fast, sustainable weight loss without medications. The solution for weight loss. Awaken 180 Weight Loss.
If you love a good pie
pie analogy.
Think of the cap as a pie, and once you take out one piece, there's less left for the next guy.
Then this is the radio show for you. You're listening to Bishop and Friends.
All right, time for a little thing or not a thing on a Tuesday. Hit it, fellas.
Thing or not a thing.
Sponsored by Apex Plumbing Pros.
On Monday night, it happened. Clemson received a commitment from a player in the transfer portal. 6'5", 205-pound wide receiver Tristan Smith from Southeast Missouri committed to the Tigers. He caught, 94 passes, it says, 76 passes, 934 yards this season. The Redhawks' final game of the season was a loss in the FCS playoffs. Smith had 10 catches for $139 and a score against Illinois State. Thing or not a thing?
So this is a thing because this is the first time Dabo's done this. The first time he's taken a guy in the portal, first time they've been in that world. He was pretty steadfast that they weren't going to do these things. He's come around. It's pretty amazing how, we talk so much about how, the loss to Michigan can be, you can put lipstick on it with a long run in the playoff. But, Clemson really didn't win anything of note this year, and then they survived the ACC title game. And now here they sit with a chance to go to Austin and kind of make something of themselves. I think the most remarkable thing about Dabo the last recent years is we're not that far removed from him having the one program that could stand eye to eye to Saban and say, we win as much as you do when we go head to head. And he's an Alabama alumnus. And when Saban left, they didn't even call him. That's just so hard to wrap your head around.
This guy's the gateway drug. Yes, this is a thing. And if either of you could tell me which city in Missouri Southeast Missouri is, I'll be really, really impressed.
I got nothing.
St. Louis.
Didn't Steve Alford coach there, basketball, years ago? Southeast Missouri State. Aren't they the Bears or something?
That's Missouri State.
Missouri State?
It's Cape Girardeau, where Adam King got his start before coming back home in the television industry.
Was Cape Girardeau? Is that what you said?
Cape Girardeau, Missouri.
Yeah,
Where is that in Redhawks? Where's that in the state?
So if St. Louis is
southeast,
it is southeast. It's about halfway down from it's so I guess a quarter of the way up if you think about it like a latitude, and it's right on the Illinois border.
It's right on the Mississippi River.
Yeah.
So that same logic could not be applied to South Florida, USF, which is in Tampa, which is in no way South Florida.
No.
If you are a pair of goalposts and you find yourselves in the Mississippi River in St. Louis, just float a ways. And
That's
you
how
will land in
then you get there. Yeah.
Southeast Missouri State. This was yesterday afternoon. ESPN's Adam Schefter reported Sacramento State's in discussions to hire former Pro Bowl quarterback Mike Vick as its new head coach. Adding Sacramento State plans to move up to FBS, is building a new stadium, and has over $50 million in NIL. Sacramento State wants to build an experienced coaching staff around Vick that is in line with the new football frontier of college football. Fox Sports host and Green Bay head coach Doug Gottlieb chimed in, Jesus, Shefty, edit what agents tell you. 0.0% chance Sac State has $50 million in NIL. Schefter responded, the Sac-12 leading the school's NIL efforts already announced it has reached its initial goal and raising of $50 million in NIL funds to strengthen the school's case for an invitation to the Pac-12 or Mountain West Conference. Then he goes on to kill him. Jesus, Doug, a 7-game losing streak in last place in the Horizon League, less time on social media, and more time in the gym. Thing or not a thing?
Okay. Doug Gottlieb is not particularly likable, and this is a pretty good dunk out of Shefty, who's on with AR and Maddie today, I believe, right? Isn't that usually a Tuesday thing?
I want to say it's Wednesdays at 12:33.
Wednesday? A nice Wednesday?
Although it won't, because Ryan Day-ish, he'll be there, but if he hits the over, then he might bump into Shefty. I don't know.
Irregardless, I think Doug's right on this. I don't believe that Sac State has $50 million in cash for NIL. I believe that they raised $50 million, as Shefty reported, in terms of trying to get to the Pac-12 or the Mountain West. I believe that you could cobble together $50 million. But unless they've got multiple billionaire boosters and I'm certainly not going to pretend I'm aware of Sac State. I mean, how would I know? But it's hard for me to believe that they would. I just know how hard it is to raise money in college athletics. And for a school of that size to have $50 million in NIL reserves, it's hard for me to wrap my head around.
Yeah, $50 million that are supposed to make you last how many years? Because are we supposed to believe that that's going to just buy them all the best recruits in the country? They're all going to go to Sacramento State?
Yeah.
I don't get it at all. And you got to probably, I saw somebody on Twitter, and so who knows if this is legit or not, but I'm going to say it on the radio anyway, that's got to go towards like a bunch of stuff like stadium renovations and the entire
I believe.
New coaching staff and everything. So $50 million could mean a lot of things. I know that we immediately think, oh, well, $50 million is a lot greater than the $20 million Ohio State spent. And Ohio State was spending a lot more money than everybody else. So Sacramento State is the new power in college football. It probably isn't going to work that way.
I believe that they raised $50 million for stadiums and coaches, and that I buy. But $50 million just for NIL seems extraordinary.
Well, they've said they reached $60 million, and their new goal is $75 million. Again, this is according to Sac-12 through Front Office Sports. And I'm seeing on CBS News that some notable deep-pocket Sacramento State alumni include actor Tom Hanks, former Sacramento State football player Ryan Coogler, Sleep Train founder Dale Carlson.
Is Coogler the guy from Black Panther? The director from, I think that's the director.
That sounds right.
Isn't Ryan Coogler the guy behind Black Panther?
So there's money there?
Yeah.
In
so
the
Tom
banana
Hanks
stand?
just wakes up at his in this age and is like, I can't wait to throw a bunch of money to get players to Sac State to be a football power. Like that's what we're doing. I believe everything about them raising money to get to Division I or to get to, Power Conference and Pac-12 like that. I all buy, but the idea that they have $50 million just for NIL is a tough sell for me, fellas. All right. Final hour of the program coming up next. We will blitz the NFL first. A little bit of Shelley time as well. Bishop and Friends, right here on The Fan.
If the sound of another man slammed against plexiglass turns you on, you've come to the right place. Proud to be your home for Jackets hockey. The Fan, Ohio sports destination.
Getting quality employees to fill positions in your company is essential. But finding those people can be a major hassle, unless you use ZipRecruiter. ZipRecruiter makes finding quality people a breeze. And right now you can try it for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. With ZipRecruiter, one click sends your job to hundreds of top job sites. But more than that, ZipRecruiter's advanced technology identifies the candidates with the skills you need, sends you a list of great matches to review, then actively invites them to apply for your job. And the results speak for themselves. 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. That's right, the first day. Now you can focus on your business and let ZipRecruiter do the work finding the best people for you. See for yourself. Experience the ease, efficiency, and power of ZipRecruiter for free. Just go to ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free. ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Sarah, it's been ages. How are things?
Hey, Lisa. Things are okay, I guess. Things with Mark haven't felt the same lately.
Oh, Sarah, that is so common. It could just be ED or low testosterone.
Really? I didn't even think about that. I was blaming myself.
Yeah, Jim had ED and low T. I thought I was doing something wrong, but it's just a medical condition. Now he's passionate about his job again, lost a little weight, and even put on some muscle since he went to Columbus Men's Clinic. They specialize in ED and low T treatments, and you should see the way he looks at me now.
Columbus Men's Clinic delivers powerful, personalized treatments to reignite the passion in your relationship, even if other pills and treatments haven't done the job. Don't let ED or low T put a damper on what should be the best time of the year.
I forgot how we used to feel. I got my husband back.
Dial 614-300-7400 or visit ColumbusMen'sClinic.com today and rekindle the magic, because you both deserve to feel the joy this season brings. Columbus Men's Clinic, making it happen.
Broadcasting from the Lindsay Honda Studios.
Honda makes the cars. Lindsay makes the difference. Visit lindsayhonda.com.
WBNS-FM, HD1 Columbus. The Fan. Sports Center.
Good morning. I'm Eric Reeser. The basketball Buckeyes are back at the Shot tonight. Ohio State hosts Valparaiso at 8 o'clock. You can hear that one on the Fan with pregame coverage at 7. Buckeyes look to bounce back from Saturday's 38-point loss to number 2 Auburn. Ohio State's at Madison Square Garden Saturday night, taking on number 5 Kentucky at 5:30 in the CBS Sports Classic. In a few minutes over at the Shot, the 11th-ranked Ohio State women's squad tips off against Grand Valley State. Maddie Andrews will have the call over on ESPN Columbus. Buckeyes look to improve to 11-0 on the season. Ohio State's at Stanford on Friday night. In the NHL tonight, the Blue Jackets are in Tampa to take on the Lightning at 7. CBJ are back on home ice Thursday against New Jersey. And in college football, the playoffs start on Friday. Notre Dame hosts Indiana at 8 o'clock. Ohio State hosts Tennessee Saturday night at 8. On Monday, Aaron Nolan joined Devin Brown in the transfer portal. This update sponsored by Dormar Heating and Air Conditioning. Need an emergency repair? Dormar can be there today, guaranteed. Visit them at dormarheating.com.
If you say something with enough confidence, it must be true. You're listening to Bishop and Friends.
All right, final hour here on a Tuesday edition. Time to blitz your National Football League. Hit it, Reese.
Bishop and Friends present NFL Blitz.
Sponsored by Skyline. Skyline's new mac and cheese 3-way is only here for a limited time. Try it today.
I got a message from somebody on social media last week saying there are no onions on the Skyline 3-way mac and cheese.
So it's...
For whatever that's worth.
Okay. All right. Very good. Very good. Good to know. Good to know.
You can add the onions. That's what my gripe was with that person who had the gripe with what I was saying. Was just sprinkle them on, man.
Yeah. There you go. All right. Beat the House went very well for you again, which is customary. A very good job out of you, Reese. As you, even in a down week, you're 10-6. I was able to rally to get to 500 last night. You needed last night. We'll take it. And last night gets me to 8-8 on the season. This is the first time where, like, even money line, I missed Detroit money line. I missed the Chargers money line. I missed Miami money line. Jacksonville was a brutal miss. That wasn't I had that was a bad one too. And then Carolina on the money line too. So there you go. All right, let's blitz it. Let's start, fellas, with I believe I had that. What did you have, Cole?
I believe I had that the Packers are right up there with the best of the NFC. That was a pretty good win, convincing win going out to PNW. A lot of love for the Lions all year long, justifiably so. A lot of love very recently for the Eagles. Vikings have had a great record all year long. Do not forget about the Packers. They are right up there with them.
I had that Jameis Winston is good for at least 7 points the other way every single week. Yeah. Browns were trailing the Chiefs 14-0, and the very first play from scrimmage of the second half, Winston tries to go short to Nick Chubb, and in the wackiest sequence of events, winds up in the hands of a Chiefs defender. And the Chiefs march down the field 4 plays later and score, making it 21-0, and that was pretty much all she wrote then.
Yeah, I had Kansas City going to Cleveland and handling their business. They weren't particularly sharp. They didn't need to be. I think probably from the Browns' perspective, like that win against the Ravens after the passing of Jim Donovan and the snow game win against Pittsburgh, like those are the victories. Everything else is pretty wildly disappointing, and you're to the point now where you just kind of want these last 3 to be done. Is kind of where you're at, and it's a really tough spot, and there's a lot of negativity, and you certainly understand it. I did not have what did you not have, Cole?
I did not have the Panthers getting trounced by Dallas at home. I guess those expectations and being favorites was just too good for them.
Yeah, too much pressure to bear for their little minds to bear. First time they were favorites in like 2 years.
I didn't have the Eagles doing that to the Steelers.
No, me either.
That was disappointing from a couple of different places with Pittsburgh, but Philadelphia is playing. They're doing the 180 of what they did last season, where the stretch run, they're playing, if not the best football in the NFC, at least one of the best football teams right now.
Yeah, and it sets up evil, laughing Roger Goodell's diabolical plan for Steelers and Ravens to go head-to-head with college football on Saturday and be for the division, basically. Is the way that's going to take place. Those two teams play Saturday. Remember, he did it. Is like, oh, you're going to play on Saturdays in December? Can I interest you in Mahomes against Stroud? Although we don't know if Mahomes is going to play. And then can I interest you in Steelers and Ravens? The two surest things in the NFL, the safest bets? Yeah, good luck. Texas and Clemson. That's the head-to-head on that one. I did not have the LA Chargers getting bombed by the Bucs. I missed that one straight up. I thought LA would handle their business at home. Now all of a sudden LA's in a pretty precarious spot. They're still in the postseason, but they're now the last team in. They've been disappointing 2 weeks in a row. I kind of thought the Chargers had turned the corner. It appears they did, but in the opposite direction. Player who impressed the most, Cole?
Devontae Adams turned back the clock this weekend. 9 for 198 and 2 touchdowns. Not bad. I'm sure Jets fans wish that they saw that a little bit sooner in the season. Maybe when it still could have been saved, but pretty solid day out of him.
Josh Allen impressed and has been impressing for at least has been impressing the whole season. But for the last 4 weeks, he's got 15 touchdowns, 8 passing, 7 on the ground. I think he's even got a receiving touchdown.
He does.
Just 1 interception in those 4 games. Against Detroit, he was 23 of 34, 362, 2 touchdowns, 11 rushes, 68 yards, 2 scores. He's the MVP.
Yeah, he's basically won the MVP in the last month. I don't think it's going to be particularly close. It's a pretty. He's the clear choice based on. Here's the other thing about him, Reese. If he doesn't play, what are they? No, save that. If he's not great, what are they?
Bad.
They don't have another angle. I'm going to give some love to Bake here, though. Bake was great. 22 of 27, 288, 4 touchdowns, 1 pick, threw beautiful deep balls to Mike Evans in a game that they really needed. And now they're in the pole position in the NFC South as getting in there. So good job out of Baker Mayfield there. Player who disappointed the most, Cole.
The word disappointed implies expectations. I did not have expectations for this guy, but still, holy Lord, Will Levis. Congratulations, Bengals fans. You got a freebie.
His girl, Gia Duddy, was in the stands. His ex-girlfriend were in the stands for him benched. She was the one who got famous on draft night.
Was she wearing Bengals gear?
No, she was in Titans gear, so I assume she's dating somebody else on the team to make matters even worse.
I'm going to give disappointment to running backs. Jonathan Taylor, Najee Harris. Like, what are you guys doing? I know Taylor and Harris's fumbles were a little bit different because Taylor's walking in the end zone. Like, don't drop the ball right before you cross the goal line. Harris's fumble was in a situation where you absolutely cannot have that if you want to have a chance against the Philadelphia Eagles. But what are we doing?
I don't know why people think it's cool to drop the ball. Like right as you get to the line. I don't know where.
Touchdown dance?
I don't know. Like they drop it. They're trying to drop it right at the line. I don't know why that's cool. You think that we would have learned by now. Player disappointed for me. I'm going to go Patrick Mahomes here. They won. He was awful. Absolutely dreadful. I mean, he missed wide open receivers. He overshot guys. There was a play where he overshot it in the end zone, and Kelsey is so wide open at like the 10-yard line. Kelsey literally just stood there and held his hands up because there was no one around him. I don't know what they're doing, and now he's hurt a little bit. He did not look good. And I know Miles was around him. Miles had 12 pressures in that game, guys. 12. So he was around him a lot. But he was not clean, as you'd expect Mahomes to be.
I want to give a shout-out to Myles Garrett. I was disappointed he did not return to the game with an eye patch.
Yeah.
Real good opportunity there that you missed.
Yeah, could have been. All right, Bud Kilmer, honorary coach of the week. Who do you got, Cole?
I got to give it to Nick Sirianni. He had those guys ready to play. It was a big game. They won by 2 scores. They controlled the game. And you know what? The way they controlled that game, it may as well have been a 5-score victory. Because in the second half of that game, the Eagles ran 47 plays and the Steelers ran 11.
Wow.
Marched down the field. Third down pickups, everything. Like we couldn't get a stop.
Pretty comprehensive. Hey, do we have an update on TJ Watt, by the way?
No, but I got to check that out because I'm scared.
I haven't seen any. I know it's an ankle, but I haven't seen anything in terms of any sort of severity or injury report. They'll be off today, so you probably won't hear anything till Wednesday, would be my guess, but who knows?
Kevin O'Connell's got his team in position to be the number 1 seed in the NFC with Sam Darnold as his quarterback.
Yeah, I think he was my answer, too. He has an ease. So he's a big guy. Like didn't he play quarterback at Stanford? Kevin O'Connell? I think I have that right. He's a big dude. He's got a very easy kind of way about him.
He's 6'5".
Yeah, he's big. He's got an easy way about him, and let's say San Diego State, played college at San Diego State. He's got an easy way about him. He kind of carries himself easy, and he's just brilliant. As a play caller, he's brilliant, and what they've done with Darnold this year, it's really remarkable stuff that he's done. I'll give an honorary Coach of the Week to Sean McVay as well, as that Rams team in what was a year where you didn't know exactly what they were going to be into. Stafford's playing great. They're spinning it. They're winning teams. They're in a position now where they can go win that division, which is something I don't know if anybody had a month ago, and yet they're there. Good coaching matters, and you're seeing it out of those two guys. And no coincidence, those guys are from this. O'Connell was from McVay's coaching tree, so you see the similarities there. All right, top three teams right now. Cole, who do you got?
Top three teams from this weekend. Hell, Buccaneers, Eagles, Bills.
I got Bills, Chiefs, Eagles. Just, I think even with a wonky ankle, Mahomes is still magical. Like, they have no business winning some of these games, and they do.
I'm getting to the point now with I'm there with Kansas City now, having watched everything on Sunday, and I'm getting there, unfortunately, a little bit with Detroit. Those two teams have approached it very differently. Like, Kansas City has a negative turnover differential, and they're now 13-1 or 12-1. All the other teams that have had a negative turnover differential this time of year, you're like 2-11. So they're doing it with smoke and mirrors. And I do kind of wonder if their luck has run out. How dare me doubt the Wizard? But at the same time, it just doesn't look right. It does not look right. And I don't know if he doesn't trust people he's throwing to. I don't know what it is, but they don't look the way that they've looked previously. They've have so many one-score games. It's really wild. I got Buffalo number one. I thought going into Detroit and handling it the way that they handled it feels like that this could be their year. They already have the tiebreaker with Kansas City. They very easily could get the 1 seed in the AFC the way their schedule breaks. I got Philly 2, and I'm going to drop Detroit to 3. I just think the amount of injuries in Detroit, I just don't know how you overcome it. And they are at a point now where, like, how many can you take on? Super Bowl right now, Cole, who do you got?
I got Eagles, Bills. I think we're at the point where we think Nick Sirianni's good again. I'm kind of buying him.
Yeah, I have the same matchup with the Bills over the Eagles. Is there enough booze on Rue Bourbon to satiate both those fan bases?
No. I have it that way, too. And when you look, the other thing that both the Bills and the Eagles have going for them, very navigable last 3 weeks. I think the Bills played the Jets twice and New England once, and we already went over Philly. They got Washington, Dallas, and the Giants. So it's very possible that the Bills will be 14-3. Can Kansas City get there? They got to win 2 of their last 3. Remember, they have to be a game better than Buffalo because they don't have the tiebreaker. And on the other side, I don't see any of those North teams getting there at 15-2. And it's hard for me to imagine that Philly's anything other than 15-2. So that's where you stand on those things. So, yeah, a little bit of a late flip here towards the end of the season. We'll take a look at the NFL playoff picture coming up next. And one of the greatest sports documentaries of all time is getting a reset. And it's a big win for yours truly. We'll explain coming up next. Bishop and Friends right here on The Fan.
We have so many local shows, I can't fit them in a 10-second promo. So let's just say we're live and local all damn day. The Fan.
During the Ram Wrap Up the Year sales event, take advantage of huge deals on a wide selection of Ram trucks. Right now, well-qualified lessees get a low-mileage lease on the 2025 Ram 1500 Bighorn Crew Cab 4x4 for $469 a month for 42 months with $3,652 due at signing. Tax, title, license extra. No security deposit required. Call 1-877-RAM-5722 for details. Requires dealer contribution and lease through Stellantis Financial. Extra charge for miles over 35,000. Not all customers will qualify. Residency restrictions apply. Take delivery by 1/2.
1-877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids.
Hurry! It's our last chance to donate for 2024.
Donate your car today.
Donate today at carsforkids.org. That's cars with a K. Your car can be picked up as soon as the next day. Receive a tax deduction and vacation voucher.
1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Now accepting donations of land, homes, buildings, or any kind of real estate.
Hey, what's up? It's T-Bone. Guys, listen up. How many of you out there have been diagnosed with sleep apnea? Maybe your partner can't tolerate your snoring every night. You can't stand your CPAP machine. I totally get it. But the good news is there are alternatives to the CPAP machine. And Dr. Mark Levy is here to change your sleep and your life. Trust me, your spouse will thank you later. Dr. Mark Levy can customize an oral appliance that opens your airways, helps you breathe better, and of course, stops your snoring. That's the main point. It's quick and comfortable and an alternative to those bulky, loud CPAP machines you always hear about. For over 15 years, Dr. Mark Levy has led the way when it comes to treating snoring and sleep apnea, and now he's expanding his practice to better serve his patients with a brand new location in Marysville. I love Marysville. If you're snoring and not sleeping, you need to call Dr. Mark Levy's office today. Do not delay. Schedule your appointment today with Dr. Mark Levy at 1-800-MORE-SLEEP. That's 1-800-MORE-SLEEP. You can also visit him online at sleepbettercolumbus.com. And now, sleepbettermarysville.com too.
Hey there, friends. Bo Bishop here. Tech scams, identity thieves, data leaks. Hearing about these online threats every day can be stressful. You might not consider yourself a tech expert, but that doesn't mean you can't protect yourself from online scammers with a little help from my friends with McAfee Total Protection. Whether it's a fake missed delivery text or an urgent bank alert, these scams can look incredibly convincing. Well, that's where McAfee Total Protection steps in. McAfee Total Protection is here to help you live a worry-free life online. So what does worry-free mean? Well, it means you won't have to wonder if your next text message is a scam, if new threats are going to pop up on your PC, or if you're safe from identity theft. McAfee will help you keep your devices, privacy, and identity safer. Visit McAfee.com/online protection today. You get award-winning online protection for just $39.99 your first year. So go ahead, manage your finances, shop online. McAfee will help keep your device's privacy and identity safer. Cancel anytime, terms apply. That's McAfee.com/online protection.
Here at The Fan, we give you 14 hours of live and local programming every day. We care about you. We live and work in your community. Except Bo Bishop. He won't tell us where the hell he is. Your live and local station. Except Bo. The Fan.
Have you ever told a friend?
Oh, I'm fine.
When you really felt?
Just so overwhelmed.
Or sent a text?
Can't sleep. Are you awake?
When you couldn't find the words to say?
I'm scared to be alone with my thoughts right now.
Then this is your sign to reach out to the 988 Lifeline for 24/7 free confidential support. You don't have to hide how you feel. Text, call, or chat anytime.
Steel holiday savings are here. Make room under the tree for gifts at the top of their wish list. Right now, power up the holidays with great deals on long-lasting tools. Find the perfect gift at your local Steel dealer or shop the Steel Holiday Gift Guide at steelusa.com.
Fan weather.
From the Logan AC and Heat Services Weather Center.
Enjoy the sunshine while we have it because clouds move in tonight ahead of our next rainmaker, which will bring in showers on your Wednesday morning. Today we're looking at a high of 48. Tonight we get down to 34 for a nighttime low. Wednesday's high temperature will be about 45. I'm meteorologist Dylan Robichaud with your 10 TV weather impact forecasts on 97.1 The Fan.
Join Bobby Mack and Jody Shelley for the Inside Edge, a behind-the-scenes look at all things Blue Jackets.
Wednesday.